Built in 1912 by Senator James Phelan, Villa Montalvo was bequeathed by Senator Phelan to the state of California to serve as a site for the advancement of art, music, literature, and architecture. Final Fridays at Montalvo Arts Center offers the public a sneak preview inside the Sally and Don Lucas Artist Residency program here. On this, the last Friday in August, we have been invited free of charge for a performance and an exhibition. Erin Guy is a composer from Austria who will perform a selection from her series called Mouthpieces. And she is followed by Miguel Palma, an innovative artist from Portugal.
And we'll have time to talk with Erin after Miguel's talk, and we'll be able to meet her at the reception. I think one of the most incredible things about the residency is really sort of nurturing new works. I think there was a radio show yesterday on public radio about commissioning new works, and can you really commission new works of music in this day and age? And to me, this is the thrill of sort of seeing these works come to life. And where do they come from? And what's the inspiration? And what do they mean to us? And what are they going to mean in 100 years from now? So this has been a treat. I want to introduce you to Miguel Palma. And Miguel Palma comes to us from Portugal. He came to us as a collaboration with this year's 01. It's the SJ01 Biennial. And Miguel will be opening a new work that he created in the Lucas Artist Residencies next Tuesday, the 21st of August. He'll be opening the work in the Thompson Gallery. This year's 01 Biennial's theme is Create Your Own World. So really, you know, looking at artists to share what is their idea of the world would look like. And he's created an installation, capture it on video. I think we're going to see some of that. But Miguel's also going to take us to show us some of the works that inspired this current work.
My name is Miguel Palma. I started to build this piece at Montalvo Arts Center. During 3 months I was at Montalvo Arts Center, and I built this sculpture to show in this gallery at San Jose State, Natalie James Thompson Gallery. And this piece is about traveling. It's a disc, kind of a LP with 8 feet diameter that is turning around, is moving, and on the top of the piece there is a camera, small camera, that films all the time this slow motion thing, kind of a traveling, loop traveling, and through this camera we project on that wall the image that we can see from the top of the piece. I built this piece with adding enormous quantity of elements. It became quite dense and probably a little bit chaotic. But through the video, the image became much more simple, and you can understand better the complexity of this work. That's about that. That's a loop, a physical loop of LP, record LP. There is different elements like objects related with war, with different subjects, even with men on the moon, with life, with death, with superheroes. I was not so interested to have only a subject. And for me, the most important thing is the image that we see on that wall. The work calls "In Image We Trust," and that's about that. That's about image. My name is Miguel Palma, and I'd like to talk to you about Pleura, a piece that I made in 2008 or 9, I'm not sure. But I built that piece in to an hospital. I was an hospital in the north of Portugal, in Porto, and it's about breathing. It's about the the relation that we have with our fragility, and inside that piece, that transparent piece, I built a hospital. It's like a hospital inside of our lungs, and each time the piece breathed, the hospital became bigger, and again when the ventilator sucks the air, the hospital goes to the bottom of the piece. It's about that relation, about life, about fragility, about breathing. I'd like to talk to you about another work. This piece is called solar panels, and I use solar panels to put a racing car. It's one of those Formula cars that they use gasoline, but instead of that I use some drills, those normal DeWalt drills or Milwaukee, whatever, and they work connected to those solar panels. And I show these in the gallery, and when the sun just passed through those solar panels, the car starts to run like a kind of a green car. I use this racing car because I felt that it could be more interesting to show this paradox between a racing car and those ecological concerns. Okay, osmosis was a piece that I developed a couple of years ago with a biologist, and the idea was to have two fishes living together, two different fishes, one from salt water and another one from fresh water, but it's impossible to maintain those fishes together, of course, and there is a third aquarium that has a system of osmosis process and is always taking salt and adding salt. It's a kind of a compensation thing, but in the end they live in the same system. The water becomes the same after a couple of weeks.
Artist and composer Celeste Boursier-Mougenot and film performance artist Ariane Michel present a film in this exhibition that documents their collaborative installation titled Celeste's Birds. The installation was comprised of a colony of finches housed in a built environment that Boursier-Mougenot created within a gallery space in Paris. The birds were provided with water, food, grass, and an amplified electric guitar as a perch. The layered sound created by the finches and the guitar in Michel's film fills the project space gallery with dissonant music as the birds and a man-made instrument intersect. Paul Kikuchi is a percussionist, composer, and instrument maker living in Seattle, Washington. The Empty Cage Quartet, of which Kikuchi is a member, is one of the most original new jazz groups on the American West Coast. The quartet performed in the Carriage House Theater.